actually Helen the hot dog, and it's hot in here. I'm hot. I'm an actual hot dog. And the saying goes, you can't put lipstick on a toad, but I have put lipstick on a hot dog today.
It's like the ketchup.
So, full disclosure, we were supposed to go live, oh God, I don't know, maybe an hour ago. Let's just say I've been dealing with some stuff. And at one point, Paul messaged me. He said, I've just realised you're dealing with all this stuff dressed as a hot dog. I was like, yes, I am. Here I am running my multiple businesses dressed as a hot dog. Oh. I also had a meeting with a client yesterday, and he said, did I see you're dressing as a hot dog this week? Oh, and I walked into the pub last night, and Neil, who I didn't even know was on my Facebook, went, have you got any onions? I was like, what? And everybody knows us in the pub, and everyone was like looking at me. I was like, not on me. Why? And he's like, oh, I just thought you were being a hot dog. And I was just like, oh my God.
Oh, it's so good. Do you know what's the funniest thing about all of this? We didn't even get 200 sign-ups.
Shut up.
We did.
I meant to message you before and say, we got 200 plus.
I did a live earlier on, and I was like, drum roll, I'm going to show you how many we've got. And I was like, oh, 199. Yeah, no, we are on 205.
205.
We only just did it, but yeah.
And I said to Megan, I said, why don't you dress? So Megan's I've had this business like this for 5 years. So Megan's 16. So when I started it, she was 11. This bit of the business. And I said, oh, I went in and I was like, can you do my suit up at the back? And she was like, yeah. She'd already told her teacher about me being a hot dog today. And I said, Megan, what about you dress as a whoopee cushion and come in? It'll be funny. She just looked at me and went, I'm not 10.
I was waiting for you to say then, so here she is.
Yeah, no, she just looked at me like, no. She went, Mum, somebody will see it. Find it. I was like, oh yeah, it probably is going out to about 100,000 people. Probably best not. Yeah, best not. So here we are anyway. Helen is a hot dog. And pray, you may ask, why have I got a hot dog outfit here? To hand.
Why have you?
Because
why are you dressed like a hot dog?
You see Josh Rimmington posted on my thread, I've got a hot dog costume but not worn it yet.
Oh yeah.
And he's like my mate I met in Thailand, he's from Australia. I was like, why would you have a hot dog costume just in case?
It's like backup.
Like just in my box of tricks.
Yeah, so, yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Alive just as a hot dog.
My niece's 21st birthday party, the theme was you had to come dressed as the first letter of your name. So that's why I have a foam hot dog outfit. I suppose that might not be the question on everyone's lips. The question might be, Helen, how are you getting dream clients for your dream clients?
Exactly. Dressed as a hot dog. This is it. This is what we're going to teach. This is what we're going to teach on the webinar tomorrow, how to dress up and shock your clients so that they are so confused.
Surprise and delight.
I think we got half of it. It was definitely a surprise.
It's ridiculous, but I don't know. I always say just post whatever comes into your head, and that is what came into my head. It's like an intrusive thought. And instead of like saying to my own inner thoughts, that's a silly idea, I was like, oh yeah, as if we get to the sign-ups, I'll do a live dressed as a hot dog. I didn't even tell you, did I? I bet you were like...
No, I saw it. I was like, really? I mean, it worked. We got the sign-ups.
We got the sign-ups. I just, at all costs. It's a
literally
is now, isn't it? When people say, well, I've got my webinar, but I've only got 8 signed up, I'll be like, dress as a hot dog, as long as you get to 10, or whatever it might be.
That's the new strategy. Yeah, you get double your numbers if you dress as a hot dog. We did pretty much double our numbers, I think. I think at the point, I know we were on 160 at the point that you posted it. So we got an extra 40.
Just to see this. And also, just thought, another intrusive thought, why don't I have a Super Bowl party and everyone has to come dressed as American things?
Great.
Because
So
I've
you can
already
reuse
got
the
a
hot
hot dog.
Are you just finding reasons now to engineer the hot dog in?
Do you know what? Do you know why I kept mine on? So everyone had different things. Can't remember what Stu came as. What did he come as? I wanted him to come as Santa. Anyway, it wasn't. I can't remember what he came as. But Nige came as a nun and Josh came as Jesus, so it was good. It was a good party, you know. It was really good. But over the evening, people started to take things off, wigs off. And end of the night, still wearing this. Do you know why?
You've got nowhere to go.
So flattering. Like underneath, I had like a skin tight dress on, and I was like, no, I can breathe right out.
Nice.
I can eat hot dogs and just relax because no one can see underneath. So I'm a fan. I was quite happy in it, quite comfy in it.
Fashion advice from the hot dog. That's what it should have been called.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're going somewhere where there's going to be a big buffet and it's fancy dress, kind of recommend, instead of going as like a sort of sexy Santa or something, forget it. Just go as a hot dog because you can just chill.
Nice.
Anyway,
I mean, that's it. We don't need to talk about anything else. That's the advice of the day.
That is the advice of the day. So,
Dream clients.
In Ali's words, WTF ? So let's talk about why we are here. Paul Green, what's happening tomorrow?
We are running is it our first Client Funnels webinar? I think it might be our second. I think we have done one before, but it's our first
Dream Clients one, which I love, by the way.
Yeah, so we're running our webinar tomorrow. Our 5 steps for filling your diary with dream clients. It's a process that we've really worked on it. It's like
Paul, more than me.
That thing that just like, it's funny. I did a live earlier on. I was talking about this. So when I set up my business, I was like just following what everyone was telling me to do. Like constantly going around, just being like, yeah, I'll do a bit of that. I'll do a bit of that. Do a bit of that. And this is the first time I've actually like owned my own process. And obviously it's something we developed together, but it just is so good. It's so good.
It's so good, and we're living it right now.
So good, and we're actually living the dream right now. Yeah, I mean, it every time we run it, I think, it's not going to work.
Yeah, this is it. It's all going to break, and it's all going to be a weird dream, and we're going to wake up and it's not going to work anymore. Yeah,
this is the time when we're like, nah, it's just not going to do its thing. And every time it blows my mind with the results it brings in. And even today, I was looking through some of our clients' funnels, and I was like, it's just like massive numbers everywhere. It's just delivering constantly. So I feel like we're now at a point where we can start properly sharing it. It's like we've done the build for ourselves, we've got it working, we've perfected it for us. We've then built it for other people, perfected it, got it working for them. We've then taught it in a lot of detail. And I now think we've reached the point where we can condense it into its bare essentials so that people can take the concepts and take it away and do it for themselves. So for me, it's almost like it's like the next step, isn't it? Like I think when you can explain something in 5 minutes, then that's when you've got it.
Yes, and the people who are buying into the program, into Client Funnels, big love to you guys, because we've not even done the webinar yet. Spoiler alert, we might be talking about that then. They're loving it already. Feedback's amazing, isn't it? So good, so positive. People are like, wow, this is great. There's so much stuff in here. And I think the key word now, and we have struggled to really articulate it. I think that's something we have struggled with. And for me, who teaches people how to do that, it's very annoying. But when you're so close to something, it's really hard to do it yourself, right? But the key word here is dream clients. This isn't about filling your diary with any old shite clients who've got no money and no intention of taking any action, or really just going to waste your time, waste their time. They're not going to pay, or they're going to make it difficult. Instead, it's dream clients. That's the difference. That's the key word. And we are attracting dream clients to us, and then we are attracting their dream clients to them. So it's like a real cute Russian doll of dreamy clients. And it's almost like there's loads of shit clients out there. Loads. Yeah. We don't want those. We want them to go elsewhere. But and everyone's dream client is different. So it's about making the dream client for you, and it's about getting the data. I hate to keep saying data. It makes me feel kind of intelligent, but kind of boring.
You just say that again and look at yourself when you say it.
I mean,
you're really intelligent, dressed like a hot dog.
It makes me feel intelligent when I'm not dressed as a hot dog, and I say things like, how do we know? Because we don't have the data. So
it's so true, isn't it? I did a thing today where I was like, I'm going to follow up with some leads, and I literally went into our funnel and went, nope. Take these 5, and we're going to follow up with them.
Yes.
And it's just so valuable being able to do that, because the thing is, it's like you're selecting your dream clients out of all the people that come into your funnel, but they're also self-selecting, and that's the other really great thing about this. And I think that's where in like the last 2 months we've really refined this to a point now where it's so good, is that it people do just put their hands up. Like, we've had it this week, so we're running this webinar, and you go into the funnel in order to sign up to the process, and we've had 6 people join the program just from that. Like,
before the webinar,
they haven't seen the webinar, they haven't seen the content. They've entered the funnel and they've put their hands up. And I mean, it was like, I sent you a screenshot the other day, didn't I? Someone literally, my phone pinged and it just said, "Can I pay by credit card, please?" And that was it. I was like,
yes, you may.
Yes, yes, of course you can. Let's do it now. And I was doing the school run. It was literally like grabbing the link and sending it over, and like just an unreal level of sales. Just the way that it works.
Someone's, I don't know who you are, sorry, because it's Facebook user. We don't want loads of clients in our diary. We don't. We do not want loads of clients in our diary, loads of prospects. I mean, loads of sales calls, whatever you want to call them, right? Obviously, I don't do discovery calls, but I'm talking about short 15-minute sales calls with somebody who you know loads about, who know loads about you, and is ready to buy, right? So, no, you do not want loads of sales calls. You want loads of the right people in those calls, and you need to know about them, and they need to know about you, and you need to have the data before they even get into your diary. I had a call with my very important client when we talked about being a hot dog, and he said, "Oh yeah, we work with a company who said they'd get us leads." I had 10 sales calls booked in my diary. Not one person showed up, and that's dead common.
Yep.
Or like, I had a client, she's like, "I've done 7 discovery calls today." 7 hour-long discovery calls the whole goddamn day. 0 conversions because they weren't the right people. They just wanted to ask her questions and pick her brains and have the call and ask the questions, right? Free.
Do you know how many sales calls I did today?
No.
1.
Oh, 1.
Do you know how many we converted? 1. Do you know how many sales calls I did yesterday? 2. Do you know how many I converted? 2. Do you know how many sales calls I did the day before? 1. Do you know how many I converted? 1.
Yeah.
Because we know who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. 7 hours of, so not 7 hour long discovery call, 7 hour long discovery call. So back to back client. And you must look at your diary and think, yeah, I've got 7 discovery calls. I'm going to convert 4 of those. And then you don't, but it's not because you're a crap closer. It's not because you can't close the sale. And it's not because they don't see the value, and it's not because your marketing is crap. It's because they are not your dream client. They are not the right fit. And you allow them into your diary, which should be a sacred space, fiercely protected. You do not let anybody get in your diary for any old reason. That's madness.
Yeah.
Madness.
I would say
the right people.
Our audience, and I'm lumping 2 audiences into one here, are really good at generating leads. And by generating leads, I mean growing a social following. So having a social community around them. And I genuinely believe that the vast majority of people can close a sale. Because if you really believe in what you're doing, you can sell it. Because that comes through, that element of selling. But it is that thing. It's that step, isn't it, of how do you sift through your social network?
Yes.
And bring the right people through to have a call with you? And even better, how do you do it on autopilot? Like, how do you automate that process so that exactly like we had, somebody just messages you and says, can I pay by credit card? You know, that's what you actually want. Now, I'm not saying we don't do sales calls. I've done 4 this week, but we only do them with the right people.
I've got one at 4:15. I can't wait because she's amazing. And I know she wants to work with me. And frankly, I want to work with her. You know, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about dream clients. Had a client sign up today from I don't know if you saw, I did a 2-day strategy thing. And she's already a great client anyway. She was like, I want to do that. And I was like, great, I can't wait to do it. And she was like, I'm like crying. I'm so happy. And I'm like, me too. I'm so excited that you're going to invest in this so we can spend 2 days together and just make magic happen. That's what I'm talking about. Not clients that you're like, that person is gross. I'll take their money, but I don't really like them or want to work with them. Dream clients only. And this is why we call it a funnel, right? Because social media is social media. I'm getting expressive, hot dog now. Social media is social media, right? You can't really see the quality of people you're attracted. When I say quality, I mean, are they dream clients? I'm not saying if you haven't got any money, you're not a quality client or person. That's not true at all. And it's about just dream client is right now dream client for you. They may be dream clients in the future. And this is why this is also important about nurturing people through the process. Loads of people, did a post this week about how long does it take someone to buy. Really interesting answers. I'm going to go and do a live about it as soon as I get 5 seconds to myself, and I'm not dressed as a hot dog, but like there's loads of variables. But what you can't see what your social media following is like in terms of are they dream clients unless you survey them and ask them and give them a strong conversion mechanism. In the mastermind this week, it was my call on Monday, and I was like, let's go back to basics. Have you got one offer? Have you got a way to grow your audience? Have you got a way to like qualify that audience? Have you got a way to convert that audience? And I'm getting blank faces because people are like, oh, I'm just doing loads of stuff and growing my audience and then hoping I get calls. And that's kind of okay. And that's pretty much what I was teaching 5 years ago, I guess now. But now it's so much more. I mean, AI is coming. You cannot fight it. So you might as well accept it and work with it. AI is coming down the track. WhatsApp integration is incredible. It's converting like Facebook Messenger integration was 5 years ago. Like all of this stuff is coming. It's coming down the track. It's like, how do you pull it together? So out the end, it's the funnel, isn't it? So you've got your whole social media presence and your email and every other way you're generating business, PR and getting on stage. But then what happens? How do you filter those? It's called a funnel for a reason because you want it to go smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. You don't want an avalanche of sales calls because how are you going to run your business and keep marketing your business? You want quality, qualified people who are already yeses, who want to work with you, and most importantly, you want to work with them. Even if they're just buying your thing, do not be fooled. Selling a program, I know this, Paul knows this, anyone who's ever sold a program or a course, is not passive income. Those people that buy your program will be right up in your DMs and in your support inbox when things don't go right for them. So even if you think, well, doesn't matter that they're a massive red flag and I can't stand them and we're just not the right fit at all, and I don't think, because I've took their money and they're just going to get the course or the download or the thing, trust me, they'll be back. They'll be back like a boomerang. So dream clients only for anything, whether it's one-to-one, whether it's buying your products. Just don't ever think, because I sell products, I don't care about the people. You want the right people to be buying the products, the services, whether it's low ticket, high ticket, whatever that means, whether it's done for you, whether it's coaching, consultancy, whatever it is, trust me, you want the right people buying it. I say that through experience.
So true. I love that. Back like a boomerang. The thing as well with this for me, and I think why we've reached this point now where it works and why I think it works so well for me straight away is because we've processed it out. Like, again, it's so easy, isn't it, to look out there and go, WhatsApp is the new thing. So I'm going to search on Facebook. I'm going to Google WhatsApp integrations. I'm going to find a WhatsApp thing and I'm going to start doing it. And then you're like, and now this thing works. And I'm going to now sign up to that. And I'm going to make this work. But you've got to have the substance behind the style. Like, you've got to have the process in place to make it work. And that's the big thing for me that was really important right at the beginning. I think it probably frustrated you a little bit because you were like, I just want to get this out there. Let's just get it out there. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I hate
Why are we
process.
doing it? Why are we doing
Boring.
it? Yeah. Come to me when it works.
I like him now then.
But that's exactly what we did. We had to take the process. You've got to have, like, you've got to understand why you're doing it. Because again, if you just blindly follow somebody, it doesn't work. And that's the whole point of tomorrow. We're going to teach you that process. Like, it's the process. And you can take it away and use whatever you want. You can use whatever software you want to use on top of it to make it work. Obviously, we have ours, and we have ours that works, and we think it works for a reason. But the process we're going to teach you is the process we use, and it works for a reason. So it's exciting. 5 steps to fill your diary with dream clients.
I love that.
Easy. And on autopilot as well.
I also love, look at the top of my sausage. It's like a real
sausage.
Like a real sausage end, yeah. That's clever, isn't it? You make it look like the one out of the can.
I mean, it looks, when you put your head down like that, it looks like a real sausage. But when you sit with your head up, it really looks like a real sausage.
Oh, how can I get anyone to make
I wish I could type into the comments, because this is when I'd be posting emojis of bells.
I hope I don't offend anyone with my hot dogs. Because
yeah, last time we did this, it didn't go very well, did it?
No, last time when I wore a Mexican sombrero, it did not go down well with a certain person who sent a very upset email in. So hopefully this is an inoffensive.
She sent it into Rochelle though, so it was all right. It was her community. We ruined, not yours.
Apologies in advance if you identify as a hot dog and now you're upset. I don't know. Right, so everyone's got to come to the Webby. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be loads of value. We are going to pitch you our thing, obviously. But it's kind of like, and so this is streaming in multiple places. If you're in the mastermind and you're watching this, watch and learn. Even if you're not, right? It doesn't take a massive genius or somebody with the brains of a hot dog sausage to work out, come into the process, experience the process, sign up, do the quiz, see what you get, see what you, not your quiz, see the quiz questions, come to the event, see how it's delivered, see how it's followed up, see how we get in touch with you, and think, oh yeah, that's how it works. So we're like showing you, not telling you as well, but there's going to be tons of value in the actual content as well. So there's a 2-pronged education piece there for you, definitely. And if you are in the mastermind, we will be talking about this a lot. So buckle up, because you're all going to have this process in place. I can't see anybody it wouldn't work for. Tell all my clients to do it. It's non-negotiable. I'm coaching somebody, working with them, pretty much they need it, because otherwise it's really hard to see the results of the work that they're doing. It really speeds things up. So it's almost like, don't fight it, because you're going to have to put this into your business. Even if you just do a mini Webby one, I call them like, there's an overarching kind of, we'll talk about this more, but for me, there's 2 real distinct types of these funnels that we have and that we teach. And one is like this kind of the big overarching one to qualify your audience. And then there's like micro sort of pop-up ones that you have for things like webinar / masterclass. And I think they're both so valuable in their own ways. So yeah, luckily for us, we're on the cusp of this absolute revolution in tech, and it's really exciting. So get your ducks in a row now. And then you can add on the bits as we all learn it together. We can add it on and trial it. You forget, right? When you actually go out back into the real world, you're like, no one knows any of this stuff's going on. You forget that in the real world, outside of the online marketing space, this doesn't exist. We are like from the future when we talk about this stuff. So for us, reading stuff and watching stuff and thinking, there's loads of people out there who know more about all this stuff than us. Trust me, there's 60 billion people behind us who've got no idea about this stuff. So, they don't see it as like, oh, I'm in a funnel. They don't know they're in a funnel. They're like, wow, this is great. This is really cool. Especially if you sell into corporates or, muggles who don't know what's going on. So big opportunity. Mark my sausage words.
Sausage words. Answers on a postcard, people. What are sausage words?
If you were going to be a sausage, what kind of sausage would you be? That could be our next scorecard.
I love that, like, all the comments are like, lol, LMAO, lol, WTF.
Told you I was funny. I told you I was funny. See? Hilarious.
She's not allowed to be funny tomorrow, though. It's all serious. It's all serious and all strategy.
Oh, no, boring. Don't say that. No, come on.
Maybe with some slides.
Oh, God, slides.
Maybe. I've got some diagrams.
Oh, diagrams.
Because, do you know what I figured out? Even you don't know this. Our funnel isn't a funnel shape.
Pray tell, what is this?
No. I shall not tell you. I shall tell you tomorrow.
Keep me hanging. I will barely be able to sleep tonight, Paul Green.
Our non-funnel shaped funnel. What shape is it? We should run a competition.
Don't know what. Is it 4-4-2 like we're going to smash you at tonight at the match?
It's going to take 3 managers for us tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, but you'll be on the bounce back. So
exactly. You know what happens? You know what happens when a team bounces back? I'm not worried about tonight.
Well, you should be, Green.
I'm more worried about Sunday. I think we'll smash you tonight and you'll smash us back.
Bish, bash, bosh. Do you think?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen.
They're both Prem games, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's rescheduled. This is the rescheduled one from when the Queen died.
Yeah, so we'll just end up at the same point. So there's no point in doing it. Just going to get injured on the way, fighting, scrapping. Hey, your Captain will be back ready to strangle one of your players by Sunday.
Maybe. I hope so. We need to bring some of our proper rough ones back to. We got rid of them all. This is the problem. Jesse Marsh was a bit too soft. He got rid of all the rough players.
Yeah. I am comfortable, thank you. This is what I'm saying about my sausage outfit. It was so comfy at the party. I was like, I think I went and put my pajamas on underneath and just carried on dancing.
Living the dream.
Yeah, it was here, by the way, guys, if you're thinking I was out of the house.
Yeah, she just carries around with her, just carries a sausage around with her. Pajamas.
It's been creased from being on top of the wardrobe. Anyway, yeah, there is. Somebody mentioned before about the ketchup. There's no ketchup and no onions. Disappointing, but it was like 20 quid from China. So maybe if I'd have invested more heavily, I'd have got more detail.
There's a meme there somewhere, isn't there, of like an actual photograph of a hot dog, and it's like the expensive version of the hot dog, and then you dressed as that, and it's like.
Yeah.
What's the website that people go to get things for cheap? Fiverr.
Yeah. Yeah.
All this.
Yeah, this is
I ordered this and I got this.
Yeah. The deluxe M&S hot dog, and I got this instead. So, yeah. So feel free to take a photo and post it somewhere on social media and say, my business coach / mentor is a sausage today. And we're still not quite sure why. There is no rhyme or reason to this. It was literally, what can I do for more sign-ups? And at my age, you've got to dress in a funny outfit.
We're on 205 sign-ups right now, so come and claim your place.
205? Only 2 more people signed up for this whole experience of watching me as a hot dog. They didn't think, wow, I've got to get on that masterclass, and I bet it's going to be great.
Maybe there'll be 2 that'll buy, though, and join the academy, and then it's worth it.
Yes.
The 2 grand hot dog.
2 grand hot dog. Yeah.
There's a return on investment from your 20 quid, isn't it?
Yeah. Melissa Howard's here. She needs a funnel. Joanne Stimpson's got multiple funnels. Everyone here needs a funnel. So you can get to
Joe was probably the first person to properly test the webinar funnel.
Who was?
Joe.
Yeah. Right. I might go and get out of the hot dog outfit for myself. I'm tempted to keep it on. Why? What's wrong with me? Like,
what do you wear at 210? I mean, we need 300 is the next milestone, I think, for a costume.
300, I'll put the Mexican hat back on and just deal with the fallout. All right,
do the whole webinar with a Mexican accent.
300, I'll come as a whoopee cushion. How about that?
Please don't. I want the recording to be usable.
I didn't know that.
At the moment, halfway through this, and I was like, this is gold, actually. We're talking about really good stuff. We will never be able to use this again.
Yeah, I won't be sending this out on my StreamYard repeat. It's not like an interview with the Scorerat founder, Daniel Priestley, which is like really insightful and thought leadership. It's not that, is it? I'm not sure what it is, but it's definitely not that.
Well, there we go then. Join us tomorrow, 12 o'clock, to learn how to get whatever it is. Learn our 5 steps to fill your diary with dream clients. Also, you'll find out what Helen's going to wear, and you'll find out what shape our funnel is.
Yes.
So many reasons to join.
So many reasons to join. Otherwise, we'll have a lot of fun. Will there be a chance for people to ask questions, Paul Green?
Always.
And will there be a replay?
No. There will be an abbreviated version of it that will be sent out that will cover the main points, but it's only going to be 15, maybe 20 minutes long. So the full
be a replay though.
Version is only going to be available for people who turn up live.
Right, say cheese. I'm going to have to use that in my marketing somewhere. Such is life. So yes, people who are watching this are in the LinkedIn Business Mastermind. You will get the full shebang in there.
In the portal.
In the portal.
And I also think we should do a case study with them in there and show them how we did it.
Yes. That would be fun because everyone needs one in there. Because it dovetails so beautifully with all of the stuff that I teach, the LinkedIn stuff especially, but like guest expert and stuff like that. I mean, it's amazing lead magnet. I said today it's like a lead magnet on absolute steroids. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, 100%. It's everything. It's the lead magnet. It's the pre-qualifying phone call. It's the sales machine. It's everything. It's the follow-up. Yeah, it literally is everything. And we'll teach you it all tomorrow.
Yes. Right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Laters, potatoes, or laters, hot dog.